ABC started in 1949. My dad bought the business in 1964. It was a mom and pop operation. Dad bought the business with the intent to get out of a family business when he was working for his mother-in-law. Mom and dad basically took everything they had and bought a small little business, took a risk, and grew a business to become the largest independent pest control company in the state of Texas.
So our original office of San Antonio, my dad did sell. And then with that money that he gained from selling the business, he bought a ranch in Marble Falls, Texas, which is where my mother still lives.
When we were young, we rode with technicians, and we got to see who they were and what they did. And I don't think we ever felt like we were too good to do any one job. When we were young, we were always sent to do the jobs that most people couldn't do. For instance, a crawl underneath the house, or if there's a pier and beam. They'd send one of those skinny little Jenkins kids underneath there to go crawl underneath there and dig a trench and put a termiticide underneath there.
And I started at a very, very young age, riding with our technicians. I'd be the guy who would do stuff around the outside of the house. I'd be the guy who would crawl underneath the house to pull the trash out for a termite job. Then I worked my way up to get to work in the warehouse, to clean the warehouse out and sweep that. And then in high school, I got to run the route where we did the government projects in San Antonio, and that was my summer route. And very, very interesting work.
From the time I was 12 years old, every summer and after school, once I could drive, I worked in the family business, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything we ever did.
I think my fondest memory that I would have would be when I was playing in football team at Ed White Junior High. I would turn around and look to the side, and there's a little part of the stand over there that were ABC technicians that would come out, take their time to come out and watch some kid play junior high football. And that's one that will live with me forever.
We sat down every night at dinner. Didn't matter what time, but we were going to have dinner whenever Dad got home or whenever the kids got home, and we had that family time to talk about things. And so often the conversation was about ABC and what's going on there, and the kids would talk about their lives. So I kind of latched onto that. My brothers, kind of had different aspirations, I think, at one point.
Mostly it was just rebellion at that point. It was, the angst that a teenage boy has with his father, and that feeling of going, no, I'm going to carve my own path.
Dennis, actually, by the time he got to college, knew he was going to come into the business, I think, and more from a technical standpoint. He's an entomologist, so he has an entomology degree from A&M.
So I think that moment of rebellion, that time that I thought, no, I'm not going to go into the family business, was just me trying to say I'm not going to. Now, that wasn't true for all of us. I have a middle brother who really had a different career path.
I know Raleigh at one point wanted to be in the dude ranging business, and that was his goal and aspiration.
And when he got out on that career path for a short period of time, he decided that this isn't really what I wanted. I really do like doing, because we all worked from a young age. He knew the business from the standpoint of going out and servicing homes and things. And he thought, you know what, that is a good life.
Doing that and coming from the ranks builds a lot of trust. And you learn real quick, and our staff will see that there's nothing that they are doing that I haven't done myself or wouldn't be willing to do again today. And that camaraderie is strong.
That family component that I keep alluding to is truly what I think is core and fundamental that makes ABC different.
Ownership, even for us, when we went to these towns, Dad owned the business. And it wasn't until you kind of earned your stripes and were able to start repaying the money that Dad had funded us with, until we were able to stop needing money and start repaying the money, we didn't have ownership. So we kind of earned our ownership that way. And we've got to find a way for that to happen for the next generation as well, that they don't step in and have a crown placed on their head and all of a sudden have Dad's desk. You go, Dad didn't have a desk when it started. It started at the house, and the office was the truck. And I remember having the tie on and going and trying to talk to people about trying to do their pest control service, and then going back to the truck, taking the tie off, and coming back. Oh, okay, I'm here to service now. So they need that experience. They need to understand how precious every customer is.
We all went to Texas A&M. All of our children have gone to Texas A&M. Dad graduated from Texas A&M, and then we've all come into the family business so far.
The Aggie in me believes in tradition and likes to follow those things, and so the tradition, the family, and the opportunity to grow the business. That's the other thing that I think is so much fun. It is about how can we continue to grow and serve our customers and to be of more value to our customers, and then provide opportunities for the folks that work here as far as growing. To me, that's the most important and fun part, is to see people who work here grow into positions of more responsibility and more success, and truly be part of what makes ABC special and how it's grown over the years.
And I hope that my children want to come into the business, as we all do, and at the same time, we don't want them to come in with the attitude of, well, the boss's child is here and get out of my way. They've got to learn from the lowest job to the highest job, every little bit of it. They've got to go build something.
I remember one day I was standing there with Matt Burns, the vice president, my partner, and I was saying, oh my gosh, his dad works here, his wife works here, his son works here, his cousin works here. That's just the way we've evolved, though. We have a lot of family members that work here, not just Jenkins, but you name it. And, I think that's special. I think it's different. Like I said, I don't know if it's good business or not, but for us it works. It works well for us. And I think it's neat that somebody would recommend to their son, their father, their wife, their daughter, their cousin, whatever it is, that, hey, come work at ABC. It's a good place.
We keep that family connection as the highest priority to what we do. And we care about each other. And I think that's something that's very unique. We care to be a large business. We want to continue to grow. We don't even know where we're going to end at the moment. We've got offices in Texas. We've got a couple of offices in Florida. And the next generation, we'll see what happens from there. But we really want to make sure that the tie that binds us as a family stays in place. And I think with those family values, you get something that it transfers to the folks who work here. It transfers in the services that we provide to care for other people's families.
ABC's not perfect, but then again, neither's any family, okay? But as much as you can do it, I think we, at our size, and as long as we've been around, make it as family as it can possibly be. And family takes care of each other, helps each other, and family gives back and is involved in things. And I think that kind of sums up what ABC's all about.